14 were done by the fathers of the nation. Sir Michael Somale, Sir Moyawe, Sir Peter Pata. You name the sirs, Sir Pukatemu. They were there during that time of amending that constitution to give Bougainville that referendum and to give Bougainville that opportunity to vote for independence. And in 2003, let me remind you, the question of sovereignty by Papua New Guinea over Bougainville was put into question. And that question was answered in 2019 by the referendum result. You see, honorable members, Mr. Speaker, we are on a process that we negotiated together, we acted together, we slept together, and we came with the amendment of the Constitution. And as a democratic parliament built based on democratic principles and human rights, that parliament as an institution in 2003 made that decision. And that decision still stands. Although the leaders in that time, in 2003, some has passed on, some are still there, few of them are there. The human beings were in that institution, the Parliament of Papua New Guinea, which is the same parliament that the referendum result is going to go back to get the endorsement, to get the ratification. So what is the issue on this ratification process? Honorable James Marape and his government must conform to the democratic principles of that institution, the democratic principles of human rights. People of Bougainville have exercised their human rights through the referendum, which was given to them by that parliament in 2003. So in 2026, that same parliament as an institution is going to receive the referendum result. And there is no way that the parliament will reject the result of what it has conformed to in 2003. Because the parliament as an institution, although different members in today, is the same parliament. It must not be a mockery. It must not be a parliament that will now turn around to say that we are not a democratic parliament. We are not a democratic country. We don't respect human rights. So thank you, Honorable Vice President. Keep on with the consultation with the national government. It is a consultation based on good faith. And whatever outcome you will come up, and for them to take it to the Parliament for final ratification, must also be a decision of the two governments together, taking it, doing it properly outside, hearing one another together, and then find the common positions to take it to Parliament and ratify independence for Bougainville. As the Vice President always informs us, the Constitution of the Republic of North Solomons is at work. It's plain today. And some of the sovereign powers are being mentioned in the coming Constitution. Defense Force. Our people have told us through the consultation of the Constitutional Planning Commission that Bougainville will have a defense force, but that's a sovereign power. So the Constitution also, on the other side, is going parallel with the consultation process, and also the Constitution, where the people of Bougainville, when they voted for independence, as per the WABEC roadmap that states clearly that Bougainville will have its own constitution, independent constitution. That's what Bougainvilleans have tasked themselves to do through the Constitutional Planning Commission under the leadership of the Vice President. And that constitution, remember, it's a constitution by the people, for the people, and with the people. And what they have stated must be categorically taken into the Malaysian framework also, because that is going to be the outcome of the constitution that Bougainville will have when the Constituent Assembly makes that particular decision. So the point here, Mr. Speaker, that I want to emphasize here on 2 points. No other provinces of Papua New Guinea will ever get a chance to break away from the country. Papua New Guineans, you look after the whole country, which is already being demarcated by the Constitution Part 14. Do that. If you want to model an autonomous province of Papua New Guinea, more with East New Britain or with New Ireland province, but not with Bougainville. Bougainville have already decided that we will not be part of Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea made it possible through the amendment of the Constitution for us to make that decision. And I think we have done what we have been asked to do. And as a peace agreement, a joint agreement, we are finding a peaceful solution to end the conflict and to finally put the question of independence once and for all. And this result of the referendum was based on the options that was given to the people of Bougainville. And if you look back to page number 5 of the Vice President's statement, it talks about the definition of independence. The definition of independence is very, very clear. It was agreed to in the consultation process when I was a minister that Bougainville will be an independent nation state with sovereign powers, recognized under international law, recognized by other independent states, separate from the independent state of Papua New Guinea. I make it very clear. I'm not reading it from the paper. I'm reading it from my brain box. So, Mr. Speaker, me pa pinisin Dr. Blomi, me wish him you, Vice President, want them colleague Minister Makipa, want them Prime Minister James Marabe, and President, our President Honorable Ismail Turama, long by you me must call of Parliament together, not us Bougainvilleans going to pushing ourselves into Parliament, but us together, taking the result as we have agreed in 2003 and in 2019, together take it to Parliament, and I believe that result is ratification on independence. Mr. Speaker, thank you for giving me this legal opportunity. Let me clarify and pick something where me will look into social media. Now me no work on one bell, now me like clarify now on this Parliament as an institution, that this Parliament, now suppose I will look at me on TV or look at me on CCTV. I was the former minister for referendum, and I know what I'm talking about. I was part of the negotiation of the Bougainville peace agreement. So I know what I'm talking. So Honorable Prime Minister James Marabe and Minister Duma need to get more information from what the consultation process is happening on. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Minister. The Honorable Member for Marquis.
Thank you, Speaker, for giving me this time long. Me contribute to this very important statement. Some of the things that by me highlighting as quite repetition of highlights that I made some few, Parliament sittings ago. Mr. Speaker, me like kisim time long to thank you long President and the Vice President, who is also the Minister responsible for post-referendum independence. When you walk this mile, at some point now, but you start long feeling this weariness, not tiredness long, sometimes frustration, you start to understand a bit. And for me now, me trying long sit down easy and I concur a lot with what's happening. Mr. Speaker, we are in a time, long this kind setting, long this time. When you think about the past coming up long this day, you can also feel the emotions that boils. Even long this house or long all setting, finish. And it's quite very difficult long sometimes to quickly, achieve the desired outcome. Time we walk long, indulge long this walk about. Now, Minister, me walk in one statement where me agree. Now, me like reiterating, me continue to be patient. Some long me we don't have that guts sometimes to be patient always. display something and one kind also display panguna mine if loving ukulong tok long. I've heard about panguna mine ever since time long school restoration period na tribal money too kai nap now. Now the president disla have, so I have some hope and some clout. Maybe we by you may go and achieve him this law too. One kind long display. Presidents have come and gone. Leaders have come and gone, both at the national level, me tok long on Bougainville leaders. Now leaders blow you me at long. Vice President Minister by me put him some question too that I want you to clarify as we move along. I will speak on two things. One is the immediate task ahead. I want to minimize down, zero down to what really matters. Maybe not like PC long or line long, Facebook or long. Sometimes when I hear commentaries on Facebook, you are in control. Forget about them. Lead us and show us to where we're supposed to go right now. You're wasting time. Let's focus on where we're going now. Number two, something that by me highlighting long click presentation below me. Repetition of what I said some time ago along this Parliament. How are we capable of managing that transition period? Number one, I want to zero down to page 12. Long display important presentation. Long display page 12. Minister, me highlight him through the process. It's a very cumbersome process, but me list him all areas where some time by me can talk also this plan boxes me plan tikim as we progress. Starting from the Bougainville Peace Agreement, you may go along Bougainville Constitution, you may go along Part 14, maybe Peace Agreement, then Part 14, Bougainville Constitution, the referendum results, the communique, sharp agreement, and those post-referendum consultation agreement. Number one, I will call him long joint Kokopo statement, joint WAPEC statement, and roadmap, era covenant, and finally, Melanesian agreement, and of course, the seasonal order. Minister, me walk long tikim close to 9 pla tik now me tikim emol something you me touch him finish. When I'm now look blow you me now. Time me walk long stop long this last stage where you may come out long Melanesian agreement. Time only walk him click presentation long upside. Maybe walk long talk click long some plus 6 plus objective or points you being agree long long burnam. When I'm talk you come up through long all this plus Melanesian agreement na when I'm walking stop now. Clark na speaker, one time speak up law, national government na speak up law house. What are the issues that by you me look long MP for this result you go inside through long this process of seasonal order? How by you me communicating this you go long all people long constituency in a layman's language all by understand him, na appreciate him. Parliament from Papua New Guinea. Long one time or one talk by emigo na Parliament from Papua New Guinea by start long talk. You know, you may look him also, oh, today and by this day where result long Bougainville now by emi table long Parliament. And this last time you may go by go. Minister, you know, sasing out the Milo one meeting and me by ticket lo me na go sit down lo Parliament. Because personally to me, I'm important. When I'm talk by come up na this la issue I come up. Let's get down to the details. You may try lo save. Instead lo you may float around. Antap taso. Mas pla meeting finish na makibay table him this result long Parliament. That's what I want to know. I mean not long up. Second something, last time we talk long managing the post-transition period. To me personally, I mean, very important. The aftermath of ratification in the Parliament na mipla long readiness plo mipla inside long Bougainville. How are we going with the, management of our people, management of the expectations, management of, because this thing is deeply ingrained long all people below me. One kind of awareness na this law by you must continue long talking more. Stop one time me plan leaders, harim talk, law and order stability. You may stop one time. You may got this law options to stop. When this thing going this way, we are going that way. Keep calm. Last time me talk long this plateau, managing the post-transition period is paramount. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Igatolo member like Doctor. Before me ask him, Vice President, lo wakimolo concluding remarks long and me like Togol Sem. At the two parliaments level, maybe I'll just explain lo side blue me lo here. In 2019, in anticipation of the fact that the two parliaments will be involved at some stage towards the conclusion of the matter by the parliament, we actually convinced the national parliament, especially at the speaker's level in 2019, we have been signing Mampla partnership agreement, parliamentary partnership agreement. And this has allowed a lot of the discussions at the level of particularly the clerks in terms of, following the discussions that are going on and looking at how this thing will be brought into the House. In 2020, that was with the previous clerk, the former clerk. With the present clerk in 2024-25, since him sampla, we made some amendments to the parliamentary partnership agreement, and one of the significant things that happened was because at the national level, the clerks, especially, were not really involved in a lot of the discussions that were going on. And we suggested that because at some stage towards the end, the clerks on both sides will have to be familiar with the political discussions without really taking part politically, but in terms of how, suppose something come inside, procedures for Parliament by Karamapim. That allowed us at the Bougainville House of Reps to invite officers of the Parliament in PNG, especially the clerk, to come appreciate him, all the discussions and so on and so forth. So I'm just mentioning that because on our part, we've been able to ensure that on both sides, we are not only talking about or following these reports in the papers or something else, but actually taking part and studying and listening to what was going on. As a result of that, even got one meeting lay. I can't give you the exact dates where the two clerks even go to this meeting. The speaker also attended, and they came up with a sessional order that was brought to the House. And as the Vice President has explained, even got some issues for display. Some of the issues related to the majorities, some issue related to how many discussions. That's come a long way because I think with the involvement of the clerks and the speakers, especially the clerks, I think in terms of the discussions that will take place in the House Law Parliament Law Mosby, some of these matters will be managed in terms of how the debates are managed. For example, you don't need 2 lots of votes or how many discussions. You can bring these matters in and then adjourn from time to time to deal with them. But specifically along where we are at with the sessional order, the sessional orders were going to be finalized last month. Even got some issues on them funding, because the speaker wanted to take this matter out of PNG so that we were out of PNG and find somewhere where we could just lock ourselves, the councils, the 2 clerks, honorable staff to finalize this thing. In any case, I can't really talk about how this question, when I'm kind of questioned by NWO Parliament, because these are matters that will still be resolved. What I can say is that I think what is going to assist the 2 clerks in Parliament is the fact that I think he got some progress, some agreement, which will actually decide on, which will assist us, because by then, the question of what the Parliament will, how the Speaker will frame the question will be in terms of 1M agreement, what is the agreement that has been reached by the 2 governments. And this actually makes it easier, because I think in terms of the Speaker putting the question, we have to, be very careful on them, all words. Endorsement, is it acceptance? And if these matters are sorted out at the level of the 2 governments, it will make it much easier to draft these sessional orders along Halvim Displa process. We will be meeting at the end of April, towards the end of April, for the final meeting that will come up, that will finalize the sessional orders. So that's as much as I can say. Thank you. Honorable Minister, a member for Halia.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Before Vice President finishing this lab, working last plat talk lang, before you may pass him, bila just talk lig long. Maybe try to simplify him, help him to understand where you mean up long. So, Mr. Speaker, we have come a long way in our journey to freedom, justice, and eventual independence. And many a times it has been tiring, frustrating, time-consuming. And also, it has grinded our patience very, very thin. But, Mr. Speaker, I think it's all worth the effort. So, being involved in this process with the Vice President assisting the technical team, Mr. Speaker, I want to assure this House, the Bougainville public, that the current work with the national government is flowing on very well. So that the framework that we talk about is the framework for implementing the Melanesian Agreement and other agreements entered into post-referendum. So, Mr. Speaker, Law Information Law House, I think the sessional order has been agreed to, and by 2+ Speaker, all by walk long and only walk long and finish. One of something now, stop when we play mas address him and I need Isla Melanesian framework agreement behind him Isla Melanesian way of thinking below me is the timing. Timing very, very important. Because now you serve for us Bougainville independence. It's not a question of whether Bougainville will be independent or not. It's a question of timing. This is an issue belong Bougainville become independent. You may deal with them through finish lo Bougainville referendum lo 2019. Minister Pungawok lo tok lang. It's really the question of timing. When will Bougainville be independent? So, work 2+ speaker will not be completed and by non you harem the speaker, or you not complete them until this 2+ government only come upon them this joint timeline of Bougainville independence. That's what will happen before the 2+ speaker only can confirm how sessional order by go. The questions to be put na this land about that, they will not do it until only kisim to correct the 2+ government. So that's how process and be work go long and be like me try to explain in very, very simple terms so that we know we are heading. All get an agreement where you look in law page 12 member lo makisi tok lang all get agreement and finish. Vice President na minister lo talk, this is the final phase. Na final phase now imi oklo wakapod lang na mi lak tokol sem da so far tok now want the national government emi come up with BP emi tokimi emi extract him this block all tok national government now emi rausim lo this last statement now imi kat lo before lo imi emi kat purpose reason what po emi rausim but mi lak assuring mi all gata tok want the national government emi come up good too. Me involved one time BP nam tok emi come up good. Also difference na mi loklo tok the true lo Melanesian way blue yumi how yumi sabe Melanesian loklo work and by mi tok on the national government. So it's not an issue of whether Bougainville will become independent or not, but it's an issue of timing. For example, yumi Bougainville leadership one time people blue yumi set him September 1st. September 1st also time by mix him independence long. Makiba minister bikap makiba one plat tambi plebin holim before me plebin go long benam em to call sem Bougainville bambi give you independence and I need lo Melanesian house long lo Mosby but bambi giving you 30 years time. So you may Bougainville you look him you may propose him timing long past September 2027. National government already emi to call sem bami plagi independence but 30 years time. So we are dealing with two parties. On them two date, different dates you may set in. So this land now, also we look at the 2 dates and then we can negotiate the timeline. And national government is become a positive law. Meron na talk out lang because Vice President like talking me. So by me lari mo sem, me behind in ting blo minister. But me to call sem. These are the things that emi okulong the sticky point that we'll have to deal with. And I need lo Melanesian framework and nami oklo talk. And by me deal with them timeline long independence through legislative framework. Once we come up with a trend timeline. And then, we plan to the speaker, 2+ speaker. This is the timeline. You can carry call of parliament. No, now you may talk in parliament because we have been arguing on the Bougainville side that you must come upon them one plan position by you giving law parliament. You may not can carry call of parliament. Now you may put in parliament law position where and by board again law something you may be board long and finish. This la. Because Bougainville referendum both time only retain him. one kind one time mimi election time only both mimi pinisol kata kamlo election kami sad lo here speaker no na browsim na tok bay na by kat number 2 vote gan lo parliament whether you by member or not emi follow this electoral process some na mi block lo one time referendum but in a quite a different way setting and talk this is the agreed framework that mi plana pabutim lo national government and then by no got both why talk yes or no but government through long this process and by can ratify this Bougainville vote but this this law me like making clear so that you misabi you walk towards one you make him yet clear again walk blood the sessional order to plus speak up okay all not finalize him unless to plug government agree now only advise him all and then when we provide the advice to them and the question to be put will come out of the joint agreement to plug government. Thank you. I hope I have helped the minister to clarify some things.
Thank you, Minister. Me like sing out him Vice President now lo working or concluding remarks.
Okay, thank you, Speaker. Thank you. Well, member, talk along this issue. Ratification na not come up inside this house. You may even vote as all ratification. Why not come up this house? Why come up why gania? Now why gania you may have his attitude blow sampla. Also Minister Duma. Even a couple of years ago when the matter was raised, the Bougainville agenda was raised, there were a number of adverse comments that were made. And position below me and me also most, if not all of the commentaries, adverse comments that were made were pure emotional or out of ignorance. Well, I even speak against in Bougainville this time. The floor of the parliament, they were speaking in emotional terms or speaking out of ignorance or out of fear. Because all that commentary belong on me, there was an answer to it. I'm also now Minister Punga trying to explain him. And this explanation where suppose Minister Duma had been briefed, he wouldn't have raised it. And by now come up him. This is a parade where it was also said a couple of years ago. And me also, man, me bla give you bla independence now. Not bla resource rich province by asking longan. But you be anyone em law. But you be anyone em law locks him independence. Because this is part 14 here. I mean apply it solo Bougainville. It's a legal impossibility. The one province, apart from Bougainville, will walk this path that we are walking on. So let me fiat asolya, pret asol. Even long argument also. Law no provide him independence. Now why you ask him this parliament, national parliament, to grant him Bougainville independence when the constitution doesn't provide for independence? That's wrong. Law strategy provide long independence. In fact, law it also. Time you discuss him all options, whereby go long referendum ballot paper, compulsory option and independence. You can agree law 2 pla, 3 pla, 10 pla, 15, 55, 65. One of them must be independence. So law 2 is sing out also, whatever the choice, it must be simple so that results are clear. And time Minister Punga want them counterpart belonging, the government then only sit down and went through the options. It was decided that for the sake of one, simplicity, and secondly, so that you may not confuse small voters. But we got 2 pla options, that's all. 1 pla compulsory option of independence, and then we'll put the Narplamba 2 belonging, and by greater autonomy. So, Punga will like it up the table, and I'll talk, hey, wait. Big man, no can go up. You may agree, finish, compulsory option, independence, na greater autonomy. Are minister, me plan national government by defining independence. You plan Bougainville, defining greater autonomy. So people of Bougainville, they voted according to the definition that you defined independence. This is the definition long referendum paper. Yeah. MU, national government, you've been defining. Now, you may finish the election na come. Time you candidate. Usat talk you no got chance to win. Time you come up candidate, now you stop long paper, you got chance to win. The only question is by how much? You agree long independence. Now you define him also. You pillar, you think independence no got chance to win. So, again, that's ignorance. That's ignorance. So a lot of adverse commentaries that are coming out from national members, in my view, are out of fear, ignorance, or lack of information. And therefore, there was a conscious decision at the Burnham Agreement that even in this Melanesian Agreement exercise, that the focus group must remain the national members. In what point you may agree along Melanesian Agreement, now you may not give him display information long all man ba usati make him display decision for ratification. So me strong threat, me strong true law talk that the main focus group from now until ratification must be the national members. Last time we make him legal media statement below me challenge him all national members below Bougainville. Me talk it is no longer enough. Lo you national member, lo sanap lo flow below national parliament. Now you talk also miss sanap lo independence below Bougainville. It's no longer enough. Mary tulo plus, lapun Mary emi sanap tulo, namelo garden blongan, na emi sing out, me blo Bougainville na me support him independence. Ol narpla lapun Mary ol garden one them, all by making one. Suppose all get a 10 pla lapun Mary, only talk yes, but one him something come up. Not something by come up. Now you this national member, time you stand up, now you sing out also, me support him independence. One is something by come up. Not something by come up. You must go back to party caucus play. You must go along all one talk play you, all group play you, all peer group play you. Today, all national members must make him work. They must lobby. So was ratification he failed. And he failed long all in all IBG. We are not voting for referendum ratification here. That is not time height. So ratification and he failed. And he failed lo hand long all national member. Now me no care. President to talking me finish. So say me fail, me fail. I mean no come up lo this la house, me no controlling thing lo man Mary lo national parliament. You may got 2 ministers, you may got assistant speaker, you may got 4 strong member. All get a popular been stand up long independence. Me challenge them all. Me no attack them all. I just think the focus need to change. That we must accept that their responsibility now is means more than just standing up and thumping the table and saying, I'm for independence. Because every other Bougainvillean is also for independence. Except that you're in the room with other people who need to be convinced to also come on our side. So we got work along joint messaging, namel long tupla government one time halibim below UN. We're looking at its joint messaging, where it will also go towards targeting that audience of national members. You meet all ABG member, please. Independence Assembly email. Bisa talk all the time. Independence emi noblo dog pick kakaruk. Independence emi noblo big classroom. Independence emi noblo road, inoblo karanas. Independence emblo mania. Independence emblo man. Now suppose you make a close link on them all national members. Talk long all. This is the challenge. Time we play in start lo cross lo sessional order. One play issue was how lo vote. You may remember of the national parliament, the national government. You may strong lo secret vote, secret ballot. Me talk them all. Informally, me talk them all. Tete story round. O sem lo referendum ya, momi sino bin vote lo independence. And we vote lo greater autonomy. How about momis by deny him? Or how about momis he admit him? I told this particular person, you time you vote, even got money go and tell you. Talk no that. Now why you come up in this story lo momis time, you know been go one time him. Money come up in story. Now me talking all this law national member. Law independence. Suppose I me secret vote. You ready? You need in one plamanta solo gaman also. Hey, mania. I mean, I've been vote long independence. And you are done. You can deny it as much as possible. That's all time Giamani wrong. Sometimes I win him through. And that's how that particular aspect of secret ballot was actually abandoned. So today, the issues are being crystallized, and it's become very obvious that suppose you may in the past have been avoiding this issue, then I'm sorry. I think it's come to a stage where the ABG na national member, you must hold him hand. Me look forward to this Melanesian agreement, yeah. All national members, you must come sit down now. You got some issue, me like him long all. Long he must come up long mouse long all. Because you may ABG, something you may not speak on behalf long all. Now, because member Makishi ask him law, sample ask him, yeah, make him example also. what will come out of the Melanesian Agreement or sovereign powers or pepaya itram long soim all issue long sovereign powers. Me tram la avoid him strategy. But I think some time because you don't speak strategy in public. You don't. But like if you put me in this position, all right, but me ask him also. Well, national member, you play like him at election next year, 27. You play like him at national election, he on or not? And I don't ask in a bad way. Me ask him that's all. You play national member, you play like him national election, he on yet. Because time president, he been told no election. Now you play grung-grang na mo, you play think president, he cross lo you play lo money. Na him give this la tok-tok. President no been cross lo money. President was really tying it with Bougainville Constituent Assembly. And the president was saying, suppose Bougainville Constituent Assembly, I mean, adopt him mamalo, na set him date long independence, lo 1st of September, 27. How can you be a national member of another country and you're sitting in our house? So this fella ask him, me like him ba me give lo national member? No only must tok lo ting blongo. You play like him yet begat national membership after 27 or nogat. Me expect him national government. Based on now, yeah, also more legal movement they come up. Me sorry, lo come up in strategy. But me ba ask him national government. Me not talk yet lo UN membership. It got sample a country today. Only independent as well, only no UN member. Instead, are those the specifics that me must bring him to this house all the time. I respectfully say no. Me can give you big pla antap tok all detail long and minanap. Reason why too out of respect lo side lo national government na mi rouse him framework position long all. Because the last thing we want is you may go through long all proposal long all. Na you may start korkoros na only withdraw him all geta position long. Sampla position lo national government are quite progressive in my view, and therefore they gave it in confidence after process lo national government long you may clear. You may BC clear him or legal department clear him, and finished now. So the national government must call one agency, call state solicitor's office, call this site. So when the paper finally reached the facilitator's desk and our desk, and Minister Nisira is speaking from being an eyewitness, he sat in that room. He got progress. So you mean by balance him between a need for information, one time respect for integrity and confidence, lo sample of long all this issue. Long, I think the general question long, maybe generally I can repeat what I've always said, that all get just to give comfort to the house, all get independent country who are now members or non-members belong UN. The government is unique. So I've said this a couple of times that me also minister. Number one something, we must remember him, this vote blow people. That's why you all through this paper, yeah. Now me broke him down this definition where Minister Pungao bin agree longan. That must be a compulsory option. And now me mention him. Go through the paper and you look him how that particular definition has been broken down. I mean, no long benefit blow member that's all. Long all ministers who are involved in this discussion, one time national government, long all technical line who's at involved at the technical level. Me like him only clear that regardless of movement, maski suppose he got big movement, you come lo narpla side. You may not right lo accept him option that falls short of the definition which the people had voted for. That's why this definition yeah, may broke him. In terms long all narpla what happens from here lo manage him post ratification phase. We don't control him national parliament. There are 3 strategies at play simultaneously, parallel to each other. I've always been confident that out of the 3, 1, if not 2, at the least, will result in Bougainville achieving its independence. So sidely me remind you, me all member, Sampla constituency have not declared. Online Usati declared there is a program that's been crafted long Yumi online declare Penis. Not only maintain where we were when we declared, but also improving our markings. Inoblo benefit lo narplaman. I'm sorry, Tari, Manus, Tolai, Civic, Samarai, they won't leave this independence. They won't. So you can criticize him, government blame me, but we're not doing this for somebody else's benefit. Let's be true to each other. So what's out lo displays you long, suppose you not been declared yet, continue long, check him department where provisions, financial provisions are made. Please continue to display task long Independence Readiness Committee. For those who have declared, watch out for the next announcement. Law Department rolling out program long. Email line who's already been declared finished. Law try and maintain him either where we were last time or improve him. Speaker, thank you. I'm not planning member I talk tete. But I'm all right. I think only need him time to read him. This is a document, but me repeat him that this is a critical phase that we are in. Now, yeah, war on Iraq. We know also war on Kuwait. The Marines, there are no ground troops in Iran as yet. So long war block Kuwait, yeah. And all America been up through putting ground troops here. Because Iraq, mountainous also Iran. So all hurry up putting ground troops now. No training. Since Tommy came, they never knew how to deal with it. One blood tank up America, a new blood defense recruit here, talk like driver blood tank here. I'm kind man, yeah. 24 years, 30 year lost student there. One blood tanker look him light now, dim light, I'm think enemy now. And fire him now, I'm not blood tanker blow America yet. So statistics show that the largest number of fatalities among the Marines was from friendly fire. You know, along all Iraq, kill them all back. Issue of Bougainville, law independence. You know what Narplaman by Bagarap. You mean because of your personality issues, you got cross one time president, you think on some vice president, look at some monkey blow tasen. And you allow all this nonsense to come in. You're an expert on IT, now you're busy long social media, you know. Me asking you to remain strong. You may all current members, yeah, Legislative House. We are mandated by that 97.7%. We are mandated by that 97.7%. Read them all media, be mindful, but plan the all media online lo social one too. No good or no bin vote lo referendum too no ligyaman number. Online blong narpla candidate bin bagarapim president tu ya Louis Smith ya. Or campaign line blong ni woklo ringing me president. Or like meet one time me because Louis Smith he got plenty good idea now. So me talk sorry, me to president busy it. Biasa me like a time all right. Bambla talk na you can meet him Pataku or Nisira, one blah blah. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Vice President. Members, honorable members, question is also that Parliament take note of the paper by the Vice President. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The clerk.
Mr. Speaker, government business notices and orders of the day. Business item number 31. Honorable Ezekiel Marsat, Vice President, to table and move that the bill for an act entitled Bougainville Public Solicitor Act 2026 now be read the first time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Members, you got one legislation and Vice President bring him. So you may try and deal one time na maybe you can adjourn him debate. So members he got tomorrow only can talk long and Honorable the Vice President.
Mr. Speaker, I seek leave of the House to introduce the Bougainville Public Solicitor Bill 2026.
Honorable members, is leave granted? Minister, please proceed.
Mr. Speaker, I table a bill for an act entitled Bougainville Public Solicitor Bill 2026 and move that the Bougainville Public Solicitor Bill 2026 now be read a first time.
Members, the question is that the Bougainville Public Service Solicitors Bill 2026 be read a first time. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The clerk.
Mr. Speaker, first reading of the Bougainville Public Solicitor Bill 2026. The bill aims to provide for legal aid, advice, and assistance for persons in need of help by a public-funded lawyer, and to provide for the establishment and operation of the Bougainville Public Solicitor for that purpose, and C, to establish the office of the Bougainville Legal Aid Solicitor as an interim arrangement until the Bougainville Public Solicitor is appointed under the Bougainville Constitution. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, I'm asking Vice President now, moving one motion, underneath law standing order, where because Bill not in distribute lo 7 days. We got display requirement. So if this motion to be moved by the Vice President is agreed to, the Vice President, he can move, we go to second reading and make him statement belong in. Honorable the Vice President.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the second reading motion of the bill be moved forthwith. Thank you.
Display M long motion below second reading. If any member wish to speak, they may speak now. Lo display motion lo bayumigo one height one them second reading. Ino tok lo bill yet, but motion lo second reading. Suppose no got, by me put him question that the motion be agreed to. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. So me agree lo this process. Emi abrisim this pla or emi abrisim this pla need lo 7 days notice. So by me call him Vice President, Attorney General to proceed with the second reading motion and make his speech.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the Bougainville Public Solicitor Bill 2026 now be read a second time. I maybe give you, yeah? You plan on give me, today, Mr. Speaker, I'm moving the Bougainville Public Solicitor Bill 2026. Under the Bougainville Constitution, the Bougainville Public Solicitor is the constitutional office holder mandated to provide legal aid and assistance to the people of Bougainville. To date, the office of the Bougainville Public Solicitor is yet to be established, and legal aid services in Bougainville continue to be provided by a regional branch of the national office, with all decisions on legal aid made in Port Moresby. The bill before the House will establish the Bougainville office and transfer all legal aid powers and functions to the Bougainville government for the first time. Mr. Speaker, this bill will provide a vital new service to Bougainville's communities, providing legal aid to people unable to obtain services from private lawyers, increases access to justice, and helps to ensure equality before the law for all Bougainvilleans. In addition to being a constitutional office holder, the Bougainville Public Solicitor will also be a constitutional law officer. This will allow the Bougainville Public Solicitor, as well as administering legal aid, to enforce human rights to the courts and make special references to the Bougainville High Court when established on the interpretation of the Bougainville Constitution. Accordingly, as well as increasing access to justice, the bill will also strengthen accountability and good governance in line with the government agenda outlined in President Toroma's inaugural address to this House. The bill has been developed as part of ABG's Shaping Bougainville Justice Project, under which the Bougainville government is transitioning law and justice sector powers to Bougainville control. New legislation establishing the Bougainville Court and the Bougainville Community Courts has already been introduced to the House. The Bougainville Public Solicitor will continue that process. The bill has been developed by the Department of Justice and Legal Services Technical Team in collaboration with the Bougainville Law and Justice Coordinating Mechanism and the National Office of Public Solicitor led by Leslie Mamu, Public Solicitor of Papua New Guinea. Under the legislation, legal aid, advice, and assistance will be provided to people in need of help by a publicly funded lawyer in Bougainville. Those requiring legal aid services will apply for legal aid using a form set out in the regulations. A 4-part test will then be applied addressing these means and merits of the application. The application will then be decided in Bougainville by the Bougainville Public Solicitor, unlike at present when all decisions on legal aid must be referred to the National Office in Port Moresby. The new Bougainville office is designed to operate immediately under the current Bougainville Constitution, but will also serve as a preliminary foundation for legal aid services delivered under the Independence Constitution once adopted. The bill contains transitional provisions for an Office of the Public Legal Aid Solicitor as an interim measure prior to the formal appointment of the Bougainville Public Solicitor on establishment of the Bougainville High Court and Judicial Appointments Committee. This issue and others were addressed in a full legal review of the draft bill provided by the Secretary for Justice and Principal Legal Advisor, which was submitted to the BEC when it considered the draft bill and approved its introduction to the House. In developing the joint plan for establishing the Office of the Bougainville Public Solicitor, agreement has been reached with the Public Solicitor of Papua New Guinea for the transition of existing staff and operational funding for the current Arab Regional Office to Bougainville government, using the same model used to Bougainville courts under Shaping Bougainville Justice Phase 1. Mr. Speaker, Martin Luther King Jr. famously said that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Providing legal aid to those in need of assistance will help extend access to justice for our people and strengthen the rule of law as we work to build a more fair and equitable rule of law, as we work to build a more fair and equitable Bougainville society for the future. Mr. Speaker, mi digress liglig na tokol sem. Time we got argument at a certain level, whether Bougainville you napim prerequisite belong come up independent nation. International precedents court, international court long all court system. But lo me, lo napim display requirement, we're supposed to display argument to come up behind that. That yes, Bougainville, he got all display Very important institutions that are established. Next house, maybe I bring him Ombudsman Commission, me talk sawe pasien. Maybe I bring him bill, maybe I kirap him Ombudsman blame. So these are meant as a nation-building strategy, but also some of these things are done deliberately. So there is no argument against us that you may fall short long all prerequisites, lo you may not come up independent. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I commend the Bougainville Public Solicitor's Bill to the House.
The leader of government business.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that the debate on the second reading motion to adjourn to the next sitting day. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
No members, the question is that the second reading debate on the bill be adjourned till the next sitting day. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. Honorable members, tomorrow a day belong all private members. We have 3 statements, ministerial statements, and I'm going to allow the 3 ministers to make their statements, namely finish one term. If all the ministers, you can make them all display statements, and if there are debates, we'll have to control some timing on the debate, so we can, we don't finish too late. But first ministerial statement, he come along, Minister Blo, DPI.
Thank you, Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased to present this update ministerial statement performance from the Department of Primary Industry covering the last quarter of 2025, highlighting key milestone achievements to progress, and highlight the Honorable President's Roma's 2025 inaugural address and striving to accomplish the progress and an 100 days plan to rebuild Bougainville post-conflict government through economic recovery and good governance. DPI remains focused to Bougainville's economic recovery and introduction. Mr. Speaker, I thank you for this opportunity to update the Honorable House on the status, progress, and challenges of the Department of Primary Industry. In the previous statement last, I highlighted the status of DPI in terms of the capacity challenges, hampering the full effective execution of the policy and the institutional partnership programs, research programs, extension, and training activities. This statement outlines the progress on the key policy and legislative developments, reported programs implementation with the first quarter of 2026, as well as the actions taken far to address the priority areas. The submission accommodates the agriculture and livestock and forestry climate change program activities implemented with the first quarter of 2026 and the presentation of this document listed. For policy and legislation framework, Mr. Speaker, since the presentation of the previous update on the policy and legislative developments, the Department has commenced on the arrangement of developing activities on framework. DPI has engaged with Food Agriculture Organization, FAO, on one-year technical cooperation programs, TCP. The TCP will assist DPI on policy validation and development, institutional capacity development, and strengthening the forestry department programs. A separate presentation to the information paper will be presented in the program. 5 sectors activity implementation 2025, December to March 2026. 5.1, Agriculture and Livestock Directorate. The Agriculture and Livestock section oversees the agriculture development of cash crops, fresh produce, spices, and livestock. The department is working closely with the national government through the numerous consultations with the Department of National Agriculture and Livestock, DAL, and the PNG commodities like Cocoa Board, PNG Coconut Industry, KIK, Spices Board, etc., to transfer commodity programs and activities to ABG. These are facilitated through MOUs, MOAs, enabling ABG to create its policy legislative framework to govern and guide commodity industry going forward. The policy legislative development in partnership with DAL through the MOA signed last year is still outstanding to implement the MOA work plan due to funding constraints across the nation. 5.2, Bougainville Commodity Regulatory Act program. BHOR continues to develop, improve, and process the managed commodity industry through cacao regulation, enforcing statutory functions, and guide compliance and standards aligning with the Bougainville Commodity Regulatory Act. BHOR creates market investment to support livelihoods profitable and sustainable of exports, traders, and service providers in the agriculture industry in Bougainville. The department is looking forward to develop Bougainville coconut regulations this year. Mr. Speaker, the main activity conducted within the last year since inception phase of cocoa dryer inspection and restoration, dry bean dealers and exporting set inspection, exporters compliance, checks that the sets and the cocoa training for cocoa farmers and cocoa assessors, course of DPI officers and the export assessors. Mr. Speaker, this year the preliminary data shows that 800 payment trees are registered, which represents about 20% of the first record. Our regional awareness commenced this month led by my office, the DPI headquarters, and the regional DPI staff. Other awareness programs will continue to programs and to the constituencies and stakeholders to encourage increased registration of cocoa dryers, dry bean dealers, and other areas like cocoa nurseries, birdwood gardens, etc., emphasizing on quality and alignment with the BHOR Act and Bougainville cocoa regulations. 5.3, cocoa production. Mr. Speaker, the production data recorded from the exporters indicates approximately 23,000 metric tons in 2025, valued at around 750 million, placing Bougainville as a leading producer in PNG. It is estimated that the farmers received 80%, 600 million in the world price. Below is the estimated of cocoa in 18 years, and you can look at how the graph is going. I think the graph is going up now. Numerous consultations and awareness with the cocoa exporters have been improved. I've been seeing improvements in working relationship between DPI, BHOR, and the exporters, resulting in timely reporting to DPI BHOR. 5.5, exporters license. Mr. Speaker, the Bougainville Cocoa Commodity Regulatory Authority Advisory Council has so far had 2 meetings since last year and had issued 6 exporting licenses. The export license holders are Sankamap Export Limited, 11 Limited, Bougainville Organic Export Limited, Coconut Product Limited, NGI ACMA Group of Companies, and PNG Pacific Capital Limited. Out of 6 exporters, 1 is partly owned by Bougainville, 1 from outside Bougainville, and the rest are Bougainvilleans. 5.5 price of cocoa monitoring. Mr. Speaker, we know that the cacao price have declined significantly from the peak, nearly $12,220 in April 2024. As favorable weather supported a recovery in the output of West Africa top producers, Ivory Coast and Ghana. Average price in 2025 was around $800,000, valued at 33,000 in Kenya. And the other that is in beginning of the 2026, the cocoa price rapidly declined, and now it is back around $3,000, $12,711 in Kenya per ton. This might discourage some of the farmers from the working out, leading to low productivity. At the local market, the price per ton is ranging about 300 kina per ton, or 500 kina per bag, or 9,400 per ton, 590 per bag. And we don't get above 800 per bag this year due to expected oversupply or surplus of being reduced demand in the European and American market, future market. A short increase will be expected due to the ongoing geopolitical and the war between the US and Iran that will disrupt shipping at the Strait of Hormuz. 5.6 levy fee payment collection. Mr. Speaker, I am pleased to announce that the DPI BACRA had started collecting 100% levy, which is 100 kina per ton, compared to the last year, where 70-30 was the ratio between sharing as agreed in the current DPI PNG Cocoa Board MOA. An estimated total of 980,468.60 levy was collected from the main exporters, NGI Agmark Limited, 11 Limited, and some small exporters, Sankamap Export Limited, PNG Pacific Capital Investment Limited, and Bushiba. Almost 50% of the levy was not collected for the cacao beans that were transshipped to the other destinations in PNG, such as Rabaul and Ley. Efforts be made to improve levy collection this year, 2026. The achievement is needed, a significant milestone for ABG in the terms of revenue generating direct and vision of the Honorable President Ismail Toroma and its government, as well as the shift in ownership of the governance as mentioned in the earlier speech during the presentation of the license to the exporters. Mr. Speaker, the levy funds are used to develop the Bougainville cocoa industry, strengthening BACRA institutions through setting sector units and capacity building for the players within the industry. Mr. Speaker, it is to be noted that the revenue generated has been providing great relief to annual funding constraint under my department, which is insufficient to cater for the growing industry demand, including insufficient cut of the recurrent budgetary allocation in 2026 budget. In short, DPI requires around $3 million to run the industry. With the additional of the coconut regulation this year to 2027, the budget will reach around approximately $6 million. 5.7 sales contract registration. 2026 marks a historic and significant year as we begin with the registration and sales of contracts, which is a final required process of the documentation of the cocoa export from each of the international cocoa organizations. Member countries under International Cocoa Agreement 1996, our current MOU arrangement with PNG government National Agency, Cocoa Board, allows for us to trade within overseas. Countries under PNG trade agreement, all the initial 5 sales contracts up to March total, with a total of 1,110 metric tons have been shipped. All went to Asian market, Indonesia and Malaysia. It is important to note that the sale contract of the exporter, AGMAC, is registered under Cocoa Board PNG, but the full 100% levy are remitted back to Bougainville Community Regulatory Trust account. Other exporters not named need to start remitting the levy fee back to DPI Bakra, and if not, then penalties will be enforced on them soon. 5.8, research and development activities. Research and development, products development market, research and modeling showcasing is continuing with cocoa products such as chocolate, cocoa powder, cocoa butter, and others. Training, the capacity building, staff training. 3 staff DPI Bakra have been undergone training with scholarship and Australia Award, short course in agribusiness, business development, food security in January and March 2026. This part of ongoing capacity building and institutional capacity building currently in place. Formal training and collaboration. A collaboration with PICD World Bank project is currently in place and will end in mid-2026. Farmers from Tonshu Nova, Chitalato Malasang, Hangan, and Lonahan village and Halia have received training on cocoa as well as utilizing tools. DPI Bakra and other service providers have conducted the training. Food processing training with VSA New Zealand. Mr. Speaker, this month a food processing training was conducted in collaboration with Volunteer Service Abroad, VSA. Volunteer Service Abroad, VSA, Te Tua Tawahi, is a New Zealand's largest and most experienced international development voluntary agency. It connects skills with New Zealanders with locally led initiatives in the Pacific and Timor-Leste to foster sustainable change. The ABG DPI initiated a discussion with the former Bougainville program on what possible assistance New Zealand VSA can provide since last year, 2025. Mr. Speaker, BCRA regulation process requires meeting international standards through certification, including HACCP and ISO standards. My ministry is grateful for the support this year through the New Zealand Volunteer Services to facilitate the critical process. A team of food scientists were running the value-added training as visited Bakra Laboratory on the 2nd March 2026 to work through this process, especially on data collection at various critical points, as well as improving the specific operations and processes through various food processing and preserving trainings. Awareness on background operations and compliance. The awareness was focused with the following goals: to make sure farmers are made aware to the need to produce high volume of good quality cocoa, and other commodities for economic independence, to make sure farmers are made aware to the need to comply with cocoa quality and cocoa industry standards under DPI Bakra, to make sure farmers are aware of other legislation, regulations, and policies to be drawn down example, coconut regulation, livestock policy, etc. 5.10, regulation strengthening and institutional reform. Mr. Speaker, under my ministry, the department continues to strengthen commodity governance, compliance system, and levy administration frameworks to ensure sustainable revenue captured and improve oversight to export operations. To strengthen regulatory functions and services, DPI has opened the 3rd regional office on the 12th of March in Buin, South Bougainville, 2026. This is another significant step for accessibility to the farmers as well, having the DPI background regulatory arm physically present in South Bougainville, allowing closer oversight and enforcement of standards and coordination of operations on the ground. Mr. Speaker, on that note, I take this time to acknowledge and thank Bougainville partners for its continued support to DPI, and especially for the office establishment by providing various office materials and equipment for the new Bakra Regional Office in Buin that shall cater for the continuous service and decision-making closer to farming communities in South Bougainville. 5.11, livestock development. Mr. Speaker, no funding released last year to continue with the breeder hatchery project at Kubu that was halted the project to proceed. A draft policy livestock will be validated under the DPI FOA TCFE in the next quarter. Once endorsed, the policy will guide the livestock program towards developing the industry, at the same time providing revenue opportunities. As a matter of update, the plans to commence the processes and creating the livestock directorate is underway. This will increase more emphasis on the livestock activity in Bougainville. Mr. Speaker, we are glad to have engaged in the National Agriculture Quarantine Inspection Authority in the biosecurity surveillance from the 9th to the 13th March 2026. The purpose of the engagement was to understand the farmer situation and the status quo in terms of capacity to address the potential global biosecurity threat, such as the zoonotic disease that affect animal and human health. Secondly, to establish the integrated biosecurity approach between public health, quarantine, and agriculture sector agencies to combat biosecurity threats affecting the livestock industry value chain. I think we will apply every miplagolo buin or kakaruk solomon bakara pigatsik. So this plan line even come na check him all money kagogam lo buin. Mr. Speaker, the combined team randomly collected raw data of farmers and livestock establishment throughout the region from Buka to Buin that could be utilized for policy and planning purposes. Mr. Speaker, out of the excess, we aim to establish a collaborative mechanism involving key stakeholders that can address key biosecurity matters. Most importantly, develop a control mechanism for the exit and the entry point Bougainville for plants and animals. 5.12, fresh produce development. Mr. Speaker, the fresh produce sector continues to be a vibrant at the farmers level, providing food security and nutrition to different walks of life. The level of engagement and arrangements is at the semi-commercial level, indicating self-arranged business ideas developed satisfying each other's needs and requirements. Mr. Speaker, in terms of transferring the programs and activities to Bougainville, DPI so far has 12 consultants with the PNG Fresh Produce Agency to create MOA that will facilitate the steps and processes towards legal framework and development
of the industry in Bougainville. The FPDA is a national government agency responsible for facilitating the developments of the holistic agriculture and the fresh produce industry in PNG. Engagement with FAO also provides opportunity to build capacity of the officers and farmers in fresh produce sector in the near future. 5.12 Community Government Rural Development Grant 2024. Mr. Speaker, my department has been implementing the project funded under the Community Government Grant, mostly cacao projects, with the aquaculture project in Suwai, with the help from the fisheries sector. Mr. Speaker, from the projects, Buka District has supplied seedlings to the beneficiaries, and the communities in Kunwa has distributed 71 parliamentary pipes and 15,000 polybags to beneficiaries. The Suwai agriculture project is incomplete and requires funding, while cocoa processing project is awaiting chocolate making equipment. 5.13 coconut industry. Mr. Speaker, through an MOA between DPI and PNG KIK, the KIK office is established in Bougainville to provide service on coconut programs and activities since 2021. Provided here is an update of the KIK office in Buka. Export figures 2025. Mr. Speaker, within the first quarter of this year, the coconut export production, Bougainville is summarized as Sangamap Export Company with corporate exported summary of 6,754,074 tons. Value at 28,368,896.36. ST Gauteng International PNG crude coconut oil export summary 6,399,72 tons, valued at 64,954,848.31, as well as copra meal at 4,120 tons at the value of 2,902,1478. Mr. Speaker, as part of the normal operation in Bougainville, KIK also facilitates coconut rehabilitation and training to smaller farmers downstream processing. The details of the activity implemented are 3 times nursery established, a total of 3,700 seedlings raised at the nurseries, feed of 2,500 seedlings, seed distribution 4,900 seedlings, 2 times training on virgin coconut oil, supported with 3 startup kits. Mr. Speaker, challenges. The same challenges are repeatedly faced in this year. Slash of 50,000 recurrent, 50% recurrent this year. No RGG funds released last year, 2025. Low staff strength compared to workload. Advertisement has been published, but DPI not been included. Only 1 extension vehicle for extension vehicle, of services. 10 castles yet to be confirmed. Limited space. 2 departments. Mibla Fisheries, DPI Mibla issue 1 building there. So. Okay, recommendation, increase recruitment, funds to be made available, increase recurrent logistic fleets important for extension service. Conclusion, Mr. Speaker, regardless of the challenges, my department has been doing all it can to progress and achieve milestones that are important to ABG, pathway to economy and the political independence. I commend the statement to this Honorable House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Leader of Government Business.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Deputy Speaker, I move that the House take note of the statement by the Minister and that the debate of the statement can take place in the later hours of the session. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker.
The next
Thank you, thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Madam Deputy Speaker, I rise to present my maiden ministerial statement to this Honorable House and the people of Bougainville as an update on my team's performance on the responsibilities bestowed on me since the appointment on 21st October 2025. But firstly, allow me to thank the President, His Excellency, Honorable Ismail Torwama, and his Vice Attorney General and Minister for Independence Implementation, Honorable Ezekiel Massad, for appointing me as Minister for Fisheries and Climate Change, or rather, I prefer Minister for Fish and Weather. Personally, I feel a very strong connection to these portfolios, not just because I come from a constituency where our islands are separated and dominated by the ocean, with a high potential for fisheries and the adversely affected when it comes to climate change. But as people of the Pacific, we have spiritual connections to our land and sea, our identity. As custodians of traditions and cultures that have depended on the sea and ocean for as long as I can remember, our lives and practices in conservation and knowledge of the different weather patterns and its impacts on food security is my greatest strength, having first-hand experience on these issues on a day-to-day basis. With these strong connections to the ocean and the weather, I believe with the right vision and support, we can unlock the economic potential for our government and people. Madam Speaker, if it will assist the House to highlight at the beginning that I will firstly present my opinion on opportunities that I see as priorities of the sector, followed by the work that our team have started to ensure that we put in the effort on the work and the money towards building the legal framework and the strategies. Our harvest will be plentiful. Madam Speaker, this ministerial statement comprises an update on the establishment of the Bougainville Fisheries Institution, progress in the last 3 months, and a reflection on government's commitment to strengthening fisheries governance, building institutional capacity to position fisheries as a major economic contributor to Bougainville's self-reliance. Madam Speaker, on fisheries matters, I believe that by now it is a common knowledge that negotiation with the national government and the National Fisheries Authority on an agreed formula for the benefit sharing arrangement from fisheries revenues in Bougainville waters under the BPA, paragraph 86, has been one of the longest outstanding since the establishment of the ABG in 2005. This is because fisheries is a state-owned resource that is regulated by international law, a right and privilege given to sovereign countries. Furthermore, when the Bougainville Peace Agreement was signed in 2001, the two governments at the time failed to amend the National Act to capture paragraph 86 in the National Fisheries Law to give it legislative authority as a legal basis for both governments to negotiate with NFA. Meetings with Minister Wong and NFA revealed that maritime provinces like East New Britain and Manus are now pushing for benefit-sharing arrangement for fisheries revenue in the provincial boundaries. In response, a proposal from for the amendment of the Act on the National Act is scheduled for 2027. NFA plans to connect regional consultations this year, and ABG Fisheries has been invited to attend and submit their position on the benefit sharing and proposed quota of domestic fishing license for highly migratory and straddling fish stocks. In my wisdom as Fisheries Minister, I believe Bougainville and our government now has an opening window of opportunity to benefit from the proposed amendment. Having stated that ABG can still benefit from foreign direct investment where interested investors are willing to spend money in the Bougainville fisheries sector with the support and facilitation of NFA. Madam Speaker, Bougainville has an opportunity to tap into a sleeping giant, coastal fisheries, the 3 nautical mile under Bougainville's jurisdiction. It refers to fishing activities undertaken on our reefs, such as seaweed, sea cucumber, live fish, mud crab, prawns, etc. With climate change posing a significant threat in the natural habitats, there is a potential migration of tuna to cooler waters, endangering PNG's major tuna fisheries. The focus for Bougainville should be investing in marine culture and aquaculture. With the shift in tuna fisheries to aquaculture because of climate change, coupled with the growing demand on seafood in the world market, we stand to benefit from this shift if we invest in coastal fisheries. Madam Speaker, on 18 November 2025, BEC passed a decision to create a dedicated fisheries and climate change institution separate from DPI and Department of Lands Physical Planning, Environment Conservation to give prominence to fisheries and climate change. In just 3 months, our team has delivered unprecedented progress across governance, legislation, aquaculture development, institutional strengthening, and national and international partnerships. To guide our team, a ministerial policy direction was issued on the 24th November 2025 to the acting secretary, director, and staff. The policy direction acknowledged the BC's decision to establish a department merging fisheries and climate change as one institution for now. However, noted that in the next 6 months, it would be strategically beneficial to maintain them as separate entities due to the fundamentally different mandates. On this note, Madam Speaker, advice was given to Secretary Lands to report to Minister Climate Change while we get the Fisheries House in order. Plans to institutionalize climate change has been moved towards the end of this year or early next year, with Department of Land still performing the mandate until we have operationalized the Fisheries Authority. An update on climate change will be separately captured in another statement on climate change. Restructuring of the fisheries institution. As the ABG fisheries transitions, it will be critical to review the current Bougainville Fisheries Management Act 2020 and the draft regulation alongside the institution's structure. The legal framework should be expanded to include aquaculture and mariculture. They are highly technical, industry-focused, and regulatory. The proposed expansion remedies the current legal framework under the Act, which limits Bougainville to only manage and regulate captured fishery like tuna, but excludes aquaculture. Small-scale fisheries and mariculture with clear provision to commercialize the industry. The Act must capture clear provision for commercialization of small-scale fisheries. The legal framework will be expanded with the scope to make it broad to adequately capture the full range of resource interest. Our team will be guided by the current resource and future potential species or industries. A consultation exercise will be carried out by the fisheries team in all constituencies where it will require the support of each constituency member to work with our team in the region to identify current resources and future potential species or industries. The legal framework and structure must align to the political direction in focus areas with room to expand as capacity and responsibilities grow. Madam Speaker, work on the organizational establishment started in January 2026 with our team working in close consultation with the ABG Chief Secretary and ABG DPMAS in getting the proposed authority structure completed and finalized. With the expansion of the current legal framework to reflect the shift from captured fishery to small-scale fishery and aquaculture, the transitional structure has 31 positions that will be automatically transferred to form the proposed authority structure, with additional 16 positions for the proposed Bougainville Fishery Agency. The total cost for the establishment and operationalization of the agency or authority is 3.4 million. Madam Speaker, I am pleased to announce that all necessary documents pertaining to the establishment of the institution have been completed and will be submitted to the Office of the Chief Secretary for endorsement this week and presented to the National Department of Personnel Management and Administrative Services in the following week. Input must be for structural loading onto Alaska payroll. We aim to recruit by the end of April and have the authority operationalized by June 2026. Under legal reforms, Madam Speaker, a local consultant with years of experience with NFA was engaged to do a desktop review of the current Bougainville Fisheries Act and a draft regulation which has been completed. The report summarizes alignment between the report summarizes the need to align both legislations, identified gaps, overlaps, and practical implementation challenges, and thirdly, provides prioritized practical recommendations and concrete regulatory text snippets that will be used to populate the drafting instruction. Madam Speaker, the intent is to work concurrently on reviewing both the Act and the draft regulation, each having separate technical people working on them so that by June 2026, we should have the bill and regulation completed and ready for the Parliament sitting and BEC approval before May 2026, with the intent of establishing the authority by May 2026. On the funding, to provide the Department of Fisheries with the full financial capacity to deliver on its highly technical mandate and enable the rapid development of priority fisheries and marine resources project, BEC approved on 12 December 2025, the 10 million from the NFA Fisheries outstanding grants of 2024 and 2025 to support the newly established department. The department's total requirement for 2026 is 9.4 million. As Minister responsible, I take this time to thank and acknowledge the support of my President, the Vice President, and all colleague ministers for the support I need to deliver on this mandate. On 15 December, our team traveled to Port Moresby. On 15 December 2025, our team traveled to Port Moresby on an invitation from NFA to receive the 2024 5 million and the MCS vessel from NFA and Honorable Jalta Wong, Minister for Fisheries. Madam Speaker, I also take this time to thank my counterpart minister for for the support thus far since my appointment as Minister for ABG Fisheries. Madam Speaker, provided below is the 2024 Fisheries grants of 5 million budget breakup by looking at migat lohab program na project na allocation belongem. We have identified those programs and projects as priority areas based on our intention to work on our legal framework, establish the institution, while at the same time invest on our coastal fisheries so that we are killing two birds with one stone. Below, from pages 5 na 6, mi plagat lohab different programs and projects where mi like prioritize longem. One project particular of interest is the sea cucumber hatchery construction, expert deployment and economic justification. Madam Speaker, sea cucumber hatchery project is one of the high impact revenue generator identified. A hatchery expert from the Philippines arrived in late February 2026 to assist us with the construction and development of the first hatchery in Bougainville. The hatchery design has been completed and endorsed by the ABG Department of Technical Services with a cost of 500,000 kina for construction. The department will begin hatchery trials with a high-valued sandfish species, which is amongst the most lucrative in the global beach steamer market. Madam Speaker, once operational, the hatchery will produce juvenile sea cucumbers for distribution to coastal communities where natural conditions support sea ranging. To support this, the department has embarked on a regional survey to identify suitable family and community sea ranging sites. This will enable year-round production and export of sea cucumbers, enabling the cycle of stock depletion that currently forces seasonal closures. Once the facility is complete, Deputy Speaker, trial spawning and rearing of high-value sandfish broodstock starts, together with sea ranging trials at local family farms and ranging sites to ensure natural survival and success rates. If this project proves feasible and successful, Bougainville can be producing 50 to 100 tons on sandfish beach steamer products annually, bringing in substantial revenue for ABG and farming families at 500 kina per kilo, which is the current average price for sandfish. 50 tons is 5 million a month and 60 million annually. Annual revenue into Bougainville. For 100 tons, revenue will be 600 million a year. Madam Speaker, allow me to emphasize the economic importance of this initiative. During the most recent sea cucumber opening season, which has just closed, Bougainville resource owners harvested and exported nearly 140 tons of sea cucumber, earning over 17 million in direct income. This demonstrates the extraordinary value of the industry and the transformative impact it already has on household livelihoods and the Bougainville economy. However, because of the heavy harvest pressure on natural stocks, the ABG is forced to close the fishery after its season to allow for natural recovery. The hatchery and sea ranging program will change this. By producing juvenile sea cucumbers year-round and supporting community-based sea ranging, Bougainville will be able to sustain continuous production, maintain export volumes, and protect natural stocks. This is one of the most important economic development opportunities before us. Under seaweed industry development, Madam Speaker, seaweed production activities have intensified. Our officers are deploying materials to Carteret with plans to expand our program to all atoll communities, including Nisan and suitable coastal areas across Bougainville. Madam Speaker, seaweed is a fast-growing, climate-resilient crop with strong global demand. The economies are compelling, with current prices at approximately 2 kina per kilogram, and with a potential for each farming family to produce up to 100 tons per month. Under optimal conditions, the income earning potential is substantial. Seaweed farming offers a sustainable, low-cost, high-return livelihood that can rapidly scale Bougainville's coastal and atoll communities. Seaweed are taking 6 weeks to you harvest them. So you can imagine the level of impact if MIPLA can work towards producing 100 to 200 tons a month. Madam Speaker, my ministry views seaweed as a strategic industry capable of generating consistent household income, strengthening food security, and contributing meaningfully to Bougainville's non-mineral export base. To support this investment, I have been personally on the ground in Carteret, mobilizing the communities to work their sea and not rely on the government handouts. To strengthen the seaweed value chain from seaweed production to producing to markets, our team will attend the 6th International Seaweed Conference from 19 to 21 May 2026 in Bangkok, Thailand. Madam Speaker, under inland, under aquaculture, the department is intensifying efforts to establish an inland tilapia hatchery at Konga DPI station. A scoping team supported by the Department of Technical Services is conducting site planning and technical assessment. This hatchery will support inland agriculture expansion, improve food security, and create new income opportunities for rural communities inland Bougainville. Today's BC deliberation on my information paper, planting all ministers from Central, South, only expressing big interest. Lomi play rolling out aquaculture all throughout Bougainville. So the interest on inland farming or fishing is great for Bougainville, where MIPLA can support them all communities one time. Under pages 7 to 8, MIGAT Lohab, key strategic partnership, Minonab go through Lamco statement. My statement is quite lengthy. My appeal is to all constituency members to look through the ministerial statement so that you are able to carry out awareness in the constituencies on the work of the newly established Fisheries Department or authority, whichever you may like call him, because it's undergoing a transitional phase. Now also, Toksave Longol communities already a consultation exercise where the fisheries team will be traveling to meet you in your constituencies to help identify current resources and future potential resources that we can invest on as MIPLA go. I also would like to take this opportunity to thank the National Fisheries Authority for procuring the monitoring, control, and surveillance vessel that will be presented next month, where bahalibim yumi lowakim okarimau disla work lo monitoring na control na surveillance inside Bougainville waters. Also like to take this time to thank other international partners like New Zealand through the MPI Pathway Partnership, where they have agreed to support us with technical expertise lo halibi mi plalo establishim a thriving fisheries sector. Also, we'd like to thank the Australian government for their support in ensuring that we play the corporal key deliverables blomipla. I will move on to challenges that we've encountered in our performance. Madam Speaker, while the progress has been significant, could we have order in the House, Madam Deputy Speaker? While the progress has been significant, the Bougainville Fisheries faces several structural challenges that require the support of all key stakeholders mentioned in this statement and this Honorable House. Under staffing and capacity gaps, the department inherited 3 permanent offices. Thus, the need for approval of the staffing establishment and targeted recruitment in licensing MCS aquaculture small-scale fisheries to address the gaps. Madam Speaker, under the legal institutional reform, we need highly technical expertise and a legislative draft present to amend the Bougainville Fisheries Management Act and review the draft regulation in time for a targeted next Parliament sitting. Madam Speaker, infrastructure and land availability is a major setback. With all the proposed infrastructure lined up, the sector will need land to be made available. Finally, Madam Speaker, the department has inherited legacy issues from past leadership. Engagement of casuals and short-term contracts have been committing the government without approval from the director and secretary. With the new director's leadership, there is resistance to new vision and teamwork as usual as expected. Way forward, Madam Speaker, having laid the foundations over the 3 months, the ministry now turns its focus on the next phase of development that is achievable, ambitious, and aligned to Bougainville's long-term economic independence. By May 26, 2026, the ministry aims to deliver all the following key deliverables by you go through long at your own time. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, honorable members, Bougainville's fishery sector has long been recognized as one of our greatest economic frontiers. Yet for many years, the sector lacked institutional strength, legal clarity, and development momentum required to unlock its full potential. In less than 3 months, the department has advanced more foundational work than what had remained dormant for years. Legal reforms, regulatory alignment, institutional restructuring, aquaculture development, research planning, and donor engagement have all moved forward with discipline and urgency. With the support of this Honorable House, the Ministry will deliver a modern fisheries governance framework, establish the Bougainville Fisheries Authority, build a skilled Bougainvillian fisheries workforce, develop high-impact aquaculture and industry programs, strengthen compliance and protect our marine resources, construct the infrastructure needed for a commercial fisheries economy. Madam Speaker, I commend this statement to the House. God bless Bougainville. Thank you.
Leader of Government Business.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. I move that the House take note of the statement by the Minister for Fisheries and that the debate of the statement can take place in the data sessions of the day. Thank you.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those in favor say aye. Those who say no, The ayes have it. Leader of Government Business.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I now move that the House adjourns to tomorrow. Honourable Ministers, sorry, let me make clarity first. There are still statements from the ministers, and I just want to assure the ministers that we still have tomorrow, and we can go into the later hours of tomorrow with these statements. And members, it's important that you have these statements to go with you to your constituencies. These are the work of the government, so that when you go through the statements, you will see that these are the tasks or the work that is being implemented or being executed by each of the ministries and departments. So, by you got planted good plat, by you kisim big planted thinking of what the government is doing, instead of long yumi look tasol and by you must make him so simple. You must cut all these statements look through long all na continue long informing yumi yet go out na talk sa long all people yumi. With these remarks, I now move that the House adjourns to tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker.
Honorable members, before I put a question to motion, we got two announcements making. One plan is notice to members of the South Regional Committee. Please be advised that immediately after the adjournment of this House this afternoon, all members of the South Regional Committee are required to proceed directly to the Parliamentary Resource Center to commence the Regional Committee meeting. Number two, information for members. Thursday is private members' statement day, so I ask members to prepare your statement so you can make it tomorrow. Private members' statements, grievance debate from 10 a.m. to 11:30, and any member of PEC will give feedback to any matters raised in the statements. Private members' statement may include or relate to constituency affairs or regional affairs. Honorable members, the question is that the motion be agreed to. All those in favor say aye. Those who say no, the ayes have it. So let's all stand. The House will adjourn now till 10 o'clock tomorrow.